Sometimes in life, your greatest gifts and talents can at first feel like curses because as a society, we don't often teach children how to cultivate and recognize their unique talents and abilities that may be outside of the scope of what society collectively deems as valuable. One gift that is extremely undervalued in modern society is the gift of sensitivity. And yes, I said the gift. Many of you may be unfamiliar with attaching value to sensitivity, especially within yourself. If you are someone who is highly sensitive or empathic, you may have been raised in a family, a community, a society that didn't value your ability to feel things profoundly, deeply, to absorb emotions, experiences, energy from other people, and even from the world around you. In today's video, I am going to be sharing how to protect yourself as an empath. But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. Are you someone who is highly sensitive or empathic? Very likely, if you are also someone who is very drawn to spiritual topics and conversations. And if that's the case, I do hope you will consider subscribing to this channel because we do talk very often about spiritual topics and ideas. So go ahead and click the subscribe button if you haven't yet. So if you are someone who is highly empathic, very likely you have been on a journey of learning how to accept and value your gift of empathy, your gift of sensitivity, because once again, regardless of what kind of family you are raised in, many of us as empaths are also raised in families who could have dismissed our gift of sensitivity. But regardless of whether that is true for you or not, we are all raised in a society, especially Western society, that collectively undervalues the ability to empathize with others, the ability to be sensitive in this world, to understand, absorb, and interpret energies from other people. So the first step to protecting yourself as an empath is to fully solidify within yourself the value of your gift of sensitivity, the value of yourself as an empath, to begin seeing it as your greatest blessing rather than your greatest curse. Very often, either consciously or even on a deep level subconsciously, we as empaths can begin to neglect, undervalue, or dismiss our own sensitivity in the ways that others could have dismissed it in the past. Our feelings and emotions and energetic experiences were so invalidated by those around us or by society that over time we began to unconsciously undervalue these gifts and sensations as well. So what this looks like is you may be in a room full of people and chaos and begin feeling really tired. Maybe you're at a party and you start to just feel exhausted. If you are someone who has learned to undervalue your sensitivity as an empath, you may blame yourself for feeling tired. You may participate in self-talk such as, "What is wrong with me? Why am I so tired? Is there something wrong with my physical body? Am I sick?" You may start scanning your mind and your body looking for a reason you would be so tired, completely dismissing The fact that your feelings of exhaustion and fatigue are your body's intuition speaking to you as an empath. You are absorbing, you are picking up on energies around you. So becoming conscious of the fact that you have this ability, and in your day-to-day life, beginning to lean into these feelings and sensations being given to you intuitively, whether it's through emotional intuition, suddenly feeling sad, suddenly feeling angry, through physical body intuition, feeling a muscular tension around a certain person. Let's say being around a certain person causes your upper back to hurt. Learning to identify physical, emotional, mental experiences that we are having and connect them to potential triggers that we are empathically picking up on, rather than always blaming ourselves for what we are feeling or experiencing, beginning to honor those cues, because we aren't going to protect something that we don't first value. And it's not enough to tell ourselves consciously, okay, I value this gift of sensitivity, I value that I'm an empath. We have to actually internalize that sense of self-worth. If you find yourself struggling with this, one really powerful technique is to write yourself a letter, even your younger self. This is a powerful form of inner child work. You could write to yourself and say, I'm sorry that at times I didn't fully value our beautiful gift of sensitivity. I'm sorry that I blamed us for what we were feeling, that I blamed you for being tired or feeling sick or exhausted, when really you were trying to speak to me intuitively. You have this powerful gift of intuition, and I am so grateful for that. I love that you are able, that I am able, that we are able to sense energies around us, to interpret them. What a beautiful, powerful gift. Writing these kinds of messages to either your younger self generally, your current present self, or to yourself at specific events in your life when you may have rejected or felt hopeless about your overwhelm you were experiencing as an empath. This can be a really powerful way to bring those subconscious feelings of lack of worth when it comes to our spiritual gifts as empaths, to bring that from unconsciousness to consciousness, from darkness to light, what we call light working, transmuting darkness, our own darkness, meaning our own unconsciousness, into light, into the light of our consciousness. So once you learn over time to really solidify that internal value when it comes to this gift of empathy, of sensitivity, there are a few powerful techniques that you can use on a daily basis. This is all really about establishing habit rituals for yourself as an empath, daily renewal, because when it comes to energy protection, this isn't something that you can just do once and it's done forever. This is a process, a practice of daily renewal. So that is, of course, why it's so important first to fully solidify to yourself that you are worth this daily energy clearing, renewing, grounding, protecting process. I once heard a metaphor that's when you are an empath, you are like a Lamborghini, and you wouldn't expect that you would put the same kind of fuel or do the same kind of maintenance or take the same kind of care with a Lamborghini as you would a Honda. You wouldn't expect that a sports car would take the same amount of maintenance. It would require more maintenance, more time, more effort, more money to put into it. So you are like that luxury sports car in this metaphor. You are more highly attuned. You are, in this sense, of greater value. You have these spiritual gifts of greater value that also require greater energetic and time investment to maintain and utilize. So the first way, daily ritual, that you can protect yourself as an empath is by actually getting out ahead of the energy of your day. So what I mean by this is in the morning, because during your sleep time, your body isn't just healing and repairing itself, although this is happening. You are also healing on an emotional, mental level. Many of our dream scenarios that play out through the subconscious are actually a form of deep level spiritual and mind healing. Through this practice of sleeping, we also go through a powerful energy clearing process very naturally. It's why very often we wake up feeling more refreshed or more calm energetically than when we fell asleep. So the first hour of the day is the most powerful window of time for establishing a morning meditation ritual. This is to set the energetic framework, set the energetic tone for your day. Setting the energetic tone is really important. It is essentially deciding to yourself where your energy is going to be, creating a kind of strong, sturdy framework energetically within yourself. Personally, for this practice, I use a 7-chakra clearing subliminal meditation that I have created. I created this specifically with empathic people, highly sensitive people in mind, because very often as an empath, I can feel certain areas of tension in my body associated with certain kinds of energies I'm picking up from others or the environment around me. And over time, I came to realize what I was feeling are the certain chakra centers within my energy body. So if I'm around someone who is very aggressive, very intense, very closed off in the heart center, I sometimes can feel this in the form of back tension, because what I'm really feeling is the heart center in myself absorbing their aggressive energies. Many of you may be able to relate to this, feeling certain bodily sensations connected with certain people or environments you are around, especially if you are highly sensitive. So this 7-chakra clearing is created to address and release that absorbed energy that we pick up over the course of our day. So this subliminal contains 7 binaural beat frequencies to retune each of your 7 chakra centers to their most highly activated, clear state of being, and simultaneously it also is embedded with subconscious affirmations, meaning your conscious mind can't hear them consciously, but this means they are able to pass more deeply into your subconscious mind, which is connected directly to your energy field. So since using this 7-chakra clearing in November, I have noticed every day my energy feeling so much clearer, so much brighter, my aura feeling brighter. It literally feels to me like taking an energetic bath, which is a great way to put it because we call these kind of energy clearing techniques energetic hygiene. Energetic hygiene is so important as an empath. So this subliminal comes from my website, soundandsoulful.com. As you can see on the screen, on this website, I've created over 100 subliminals for all areas of life. And you can try out any subliminal I've created completely free for 7 days by creating a free trial account on my website. So the link to this 7-chakra clearing for empaths is in the pinned comment and description under this video. The second way that you can protect yourself as an empath is by utilizing your sleep time, treating your sleeping state as a sacred window of time. As I spoke on earlier, while you sleep, your body and mind are healing themselves. Your energy is also going through a natural purging, clearing process. The problem is, many of us go to sleep in a very frazzled, distracted, energetic state. Usually in modern society, we browse our phones late at nights. We go through social media. I'm guilty of this myself. And I noticed, and many of you may notice as well, that when I am browsing mindlessly at nights, I am exposing my subconscious to these energies, and I feel the detrimental impacts of that. Often I don't sleep as well. I sometimes will wake up with anxiety when I do this, and when I wake up in the morning, I feel more frazzled. I highly recommend establishing a nighttime sleeping ritual of some kind. This can be 20 or 30 minutes prior to sleep time, in which you meditate, listen to something inspirational, read an inspirational book, journal, do something that allows your mind to relax and begin detoxing from the day, preparing yourself energetically for this energy clearing process while you sleep. Now, we've spoken about how to participate in energetic hygiene within yourself to clear your energy, but let's talk about how to literally protect your energy, not just getting out ahead of the negative energies you might absorb, but actually protecting them in the moment more actively. No is one of the most powerful words we can use as an empath, and it's also one of the scariest. Toddlers very often learn the word no at a young age because they are distinguishing between self and other. And they are setting boundaries in a sense. Of course, it's kind of funny to think of it that way when we're thinking about a toddler. But as an adult, we also need to learn and utilize actively the power of the word no. No is often interpreted as negative, especially when we are someone who is empathic, because when we say no to someone or something, we actually feel the resounding effects of that on them. When we say no to someone, we actually feel their disappointment in our own body, in our own energy field, which is exactly why it is so challenging for empaths to set boundaries with their time, energy, and emotions. No literally severs a cord or sets up a boundary energetically between us and the people around us. And this is really powerful and also requires a lot of courage as an empath. Going along with that, it is very important to listen to our internal cues, become aware of when we are or in what circumstances we are becoming energetically affected or depleted, and to set boundaries accordingly. Very often, again, because empaths can feel the reactions of other people to them and to their boundaries, they tend to take on more than they can energetically handle when it comes to other people. And in connection with this, when you are an empath, you tend to attract a lot of people into your life who want to unconsciously or consciously feed on your energy, on your ability to empathize. So this can become very energetically draining, this combination of both being very attractive energetically to people who want to feed off that energy or use it or utilize it in some way, combined with the fact that you are so sensitive, you are capable of feeling others' disappointment in you when you set up a boundary with them. So the next way to really protect yourself as an empath is by taking a look at your environment. I'm talking environment in every sense. Your social environment, meaning who do you spend your time around? Your thought environment. What thoughts are you dwelling on? Are you allowing to dominate your mind? Your media environment. What forms of media, social media, television, movies, music are you consuming? And also, of course, your literal physical environment, both outside the home and within the home, your workplace, places that you frequent, that you go on the weekends, and your home environment, how it makes you feel, how clean or empty or decorated it is. And the key here is to judge all of these things for yourself using the rubric of how these things make you feel, how these things energetically impact you. This isn't about morality here. It's not about, is this a good person or a bad person, a good place to go or a bad place to go. It's about how these things affect your energy and beginning to pay attention to what things, people, activity, and media are causing you to feel drained and what things are causing you to feel energized, and then beginning to limit your time with draining things and focus more of your time and attention on the energizing things within your life. So I hope this podcast was helpful to you as an empath. If it was, please be sure to subscribe to this channel. The link to my 7 chakra clearing subliminal for empaths to assist you in participating in daily energetic hygiene, clearing your energy deeply at the subconscious level, is linked in the pinned comment and description box under this video. Again, you can try out this subliminal or any of the more than 100 I've created completely free for 7 days by creating a free trial account on my website. Have a wonderful, beautiful rest of your day, and I will talk to you again in the next podcast.